All right. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to our lunchtime business opportunity. I am so excited to have Mandy here with me today. She has been with us for 6 years. She was one of my fifth pet bros ever I had ever sponsored into pawTree. I've been with them for 8 years. She's just had her 6 year anniversary, and it was really funny. But we'll have to come back and share our story on how we met because I really wanted her sister to do the business with me. But little did I know I needed Mandy more in my life to be a confidant, a friend. She is also a 2-star vice president. Both of us are stars, and she could pass me up at any moment, but don't tell her that. I'm just kidding. But we're excited to share with you a little bit about why we are so passionate about pawTree. So before I dive in, you'll hear a little bit about my story. Mandy, I would love for you to share a little bit about what inspired you to join pawTree before we dive right in. Would you be willing to share?
Absolutely. So don't let Elka fool you guys, by the way. She is amazing. She's one of the top leaders in the company, and she has just been building and growing her business, and personal growth has been amazing. This company has just provided so many opportunities for our own personal growth and development, and she has definitely done a lot of that. So, and I will tell you, like, if it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be in this business for 6 years. And I tell her that on a regular basis because it's really true. Like, I needed the support from her, which is wonderful. Our pawTree business company team. I mean, we have such a great community, and we help and uplift each other. So it's been wonderful. So I actually joined because I had a pair of Great Danes that were getting old way too fast. Like, they age quickly anyway, and they were getting old so much faster than they should have been. And so I was kind of looking for some other things when they reformulated my dog food without telling me. And all of a sudden, my dogs had bad gas. They had bad joints. They were stinking up a room. And just, I could go on and on about this. Anyway, so my sister was doing a vendor event somewhere, and Elka happened to come up looking for her to talk to her, and she wasn't there. My sister wandered off to go talk to someone else at another booth. And so I was talking with Elka, and she discussed with me, and I was like, I don't know, like share products with other people, like make recommendations and stuff. Like, I don't know, but there was an opportunity where I could earn some free products and free food. And I was like, let me look into this. Just follow up with me later. And I wasn't even committed. I was like this much interested. But I did a little research after she followed up with me, and I researched some more. And then I started talking to people before I even joined the business. I started talking to people about it to see if this was viable for me, like if this is something I should do. And I started getting really excited. The quality of the products, the company itself, and their mission statement and what they stood for. And Elka's excitement, she always has a really high excitement level. It was awesome. And I was like, I'm going to do this. So then I just had to convince my husband. That's a whole nother story. We won't go into that. But I've been here now 6 years. I just hit my 6-year anniversary on Halloween. And it has been a wonderful ride ever since then. So I've been blessed to be able to be a part of the company.
You know, one of the things that pawTree has given me is friendships. Prior to pawTree, I was a veterinary technician. I lived on autopilot, and I didn't have a whole lot of friends. And I never would have met Mandy if it wouldn't have been for the pawTree opportunity. And I have not gone 6 years without talking to her, at minimum of 1 to 3 to 4, almost every day for 6 years. We've become really good friends, bestest friends. We do a lot of things together. We grow our team together. It's been inspiring. And guess what? She's built a successful organization, and she's not even on social media. She would not be here if it wasn't for StreamYard. So thank you, StreamYard. So I appreciate your story because you have a powerful story, and you're a mother and you're a wife, and you do all the things, and you've created a very significant business that has given you your family income that you didn't know you wanted, right?
Or needed at the time.
Yeah.
We need it now.
Who even thinks about this, right? A stay-at-home mom who has a pawTree business that has given her more than just good dog food. And now she has a new Great Dane. He's cute. I wish he'd pop his head in here. But pawTree gives us a lot more than just selling dog kibble, and it brings relationship and community. There's many people, even those I see Tracy and Alyssa that's on here. We never would have met them without pawTree. I'll just throw this up on the screen, but Tracy says, love my pawTree family. I know it says Facebook user, but it really is Tracy. And I just love this. And so again, I was a veterinary technician. A little about me. And I did that for 20 years here in the state of Utah. No other skill sets. And let me tell you, they don't talk a lot about pet nutrition in the vet industry. It is not talked about. And unless a vet continues to grow their education in the power of nutrition, they got very minimal to 1 week in vet school. And it wasn't even just on dogs and cats, it was on all animals, reptiles, farm animals, and it really is something that they're not educated about. And then you have some of these really big top pet food companies that come in and say, oh, sell this product and we'll give you commissions. So they make commissions on these big, huge things, right? So nutrition gets lost in the vet industry. It just did. And as a veterinary technician, we were required to do continuing education. And for the last 10 years that I was in that space, I chose to focus on the power of nutrition, getting rid of ear infections, yeast infections, skin issues, allergies, like all of these things that contained with issues of food. So I was able to work closely with the vets, and it was really crazy because when I found pawTree, I didn't know what it was. In fact, where Mandy had to talk her husband into it, my husband was the one pushing me into the industry because he saw what the network marketing direct sales industry could do for our family. He does cabinets for a living. He saw and met a lady that had the fifth largest team in her company in the world. And he saw the vision of what this industry could do for our family, right? So Maddie's over here, hey, I want to do this. And my husband's like, you need to do this. I was like, what? No, thanks. I'm fine living in my little box. I don't need to have anything else, right? And that was really how my story started. And I was only with pawTree for 8 months before I took a leap of faith and jumped in full time and absolutely replaced my income. It has been quite a journey of ups, a journey of downs, but the most rewarding part is that we get to empower pet parents on an all natural and holistic nutritional pathway. And well, let's dive into the presentation since we've gone a little bit over, but I'm so thankful that we got to share a little bit of our stories. So if you're a guest that is on here, please comment who your pet pro is and who invited you. And if you're a pet pro that's on here and you're like, so-and-so has got to meet Mandy and Elka, get them in here. Why? Because sharing is caring, and that's really what we want to do. So let's dive in. Oops, I was on the wrong thing. You heard Mandy and I's story, and we know without a doubt that every success story starts with the first step. So what will your story be? Now, Mandy and I talked a little bit about what we've done, but imagine it. How would you spend your time if you had an extra 10 hours a week? What would you do with that? Comment in the chat box, share with us. What would you spend? How would you spend if you had an extra $1,000 each year, month, or each week? You know what I did when I had an extra $1,000 a month? I went and bought a brand new Jeep Rubicon. Guess what? I paid it off a few months ago. Just saying. It is an incredible journey to have an extra $1,000 a month or a year or a week, right? Mandy only wanted to do this part-time, and now she's full-time and raising kids, right? So if time and money were not an issue, what would your life look like? Who would you be with? Where would you go? What would you do? Be descriptive. It really is fun to envision a life that you love. And Mandy and I truly are creating that. And we want other people to experience what we have and to have what we have and to be able to receive all the blessings that a pawTree business can bring you. Okay. So trust us, the numbers are in your favor. The first step to success is finding the right opportunity. This is not my first company. This is my company that's currently with my heart and my soul, right? But being a part of our pawTree family allows you to tap into something that is so special, far beyond anything you've ever had. So let's talk about this in the US market size, billions. We have the skincare industry. You probably could name a few companies in this space, and it's a $39.2 billion a year industry. We have dietary supplements and vitamins. You could probably name 10 companies in this space, and it's only a $46 billion a year industry. That sounds tiny when we look at these bigger numbers, right? And then we have weight management and well-being. It's a $71 billion a year industry. And when I joined pawTree almost 8 years ago, pawTree, the pet industry, was only $74 billion at the time. Can you believe that in 8 years? Look at where we've been able to go so quickly. It really is changing. Then we have beauty and personal care. It's a $99 billion a year industry, and that's huge. So out of all these companies, you could probably name 10 or so companies right now in all of these spaces, right? But what about the pet industry? It is currently sitting at a $103.6 billion a year industry. And I've got a question for you. But how many confidently thriving direct sales companies do y'all know in this space? I mean, I don't want to waste, yeah, I don't want to waste your lunchtime, but Mandy nailed it. Zero. It is just pawTree. Just pawTree. We have zero competition. We are thriving. We are growing. We are changing the lives of both pets and people every day. And we are so excited to share with you how to position yourself as an entrepreneur in this $100 billion and growing industry to have more, do more, and be more. So, who's this guy? This is Roger Morgan and his beautiful, cute little dog, Bella. I've met both of them in person. I've even gone to Roger's house. We've been able to go on some amazing things because of Roger. He's personally given me experiences that I never would have done for myself. I'm so blessed to be a part of this. But what is pawTree? Roger has almost two decades of experience as a CEO in the pet industry. He experienced firsthand the negative impact that companies compromising quality and putting profits before pets. Have you guys ever experienced that? It happens all the time, right? There's zero education out there. And as a result, he founded pawTree to serve pets on trust rather than big box stores. How amazing is that? But we truly have exceeded industry standards. Yes, Mandy.
I was just going to chime in really quick. Like I told you about my dog food that I was on before pawTree, and they reformulated it. Somebody, a larger company, bought out my smaller company's food, reformulated it without making any changes to the labeling or the bag, and my dog suddenly started having horrendous gas. It was awful. And I didn't know until I saw that it was different. My dogs behave differently. So that's just a way that, just a perfect example of how pet product companies, they're like, let's take this company. They have a ton of customers and a great product, and let's kind of mix it up a little bit and maybe save us a little money so we can make more by changing the ingredients or the formulations. And I was not happy with it. I'm sure many pet parents have experienced that too. Sorry, Elka, go ahead and continue.
No, it's so true. And I'm just going to add in one more thing since you've brought it up. So think about this. If you look at our dietary needs of our human food from even 10 years ago to today, it is changed. Our fruits and vegetables are not the same. Meat is not the same. So imagine the changes that the humans have gone through. Now imagine taking all of that and the changes of the pet food companies, right? Imagine if they're doing it in your pet's food, they're also doing it to your food, right? But we are seeing different things. If you ever have wondered why some of the things that are happening to you and your pets aren't very similar and aligned, it is 100% driven by the power of nutrition, of the things that we put in our mouth and the things that we put in their mouth. So take advantage of this knowledge, right? I appreciate you, Maddie, for sharing that. But I will tell you that trust starts with a promise. We promise not to compromise quality because your pet's health is important to us, just like ours is, right? But we've exceeded industry standards by simply living up to our own. Everything that pawTree has is made with love in the United States. It's amazing. The pawTree promise is real meat, poultry, or fish is the first ingredient in our pet food. No poultry byproducts, no corn, wheat, or soy, no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. All of our stuff is developed by veterinarians and nutritionists and made in the US. I can't even say it enough. It's really something that's changing the lives. We're actually changing the way that pet parents feed their pets. That's initially what we're doing. But we have a full line of natural, wholesome, and holistic products for both dogs and cats. If you guys that are on here, pet pros that are on here, if you guys have used any of our products, I would love for you to comment in the chat your favorite product and how it changed the life of your pet. But we have pet food seasonings. If you have not heard of this before, get with the pet pro that brought you into this group. It is our flagship product and is absolutely our number one selling. It's a $1 billion a year category itself. Then we have our treats, our paw treats. They are limited ingredient freeze-dried treats, health and wellness products, solution sets, toys, dog food, cat food, potty and training, waste management, because it's all about the poop, right? As well as grooming. The one thing I love about pawTree is it's so easy as a pet pro to share these products because there is 100% satisfaction guarantee. There's zero risk. If you're not satisfied, we will simply refund your purchase. It's that simple. And you're in this Facebook group. If you go over and take a peek at our guide section, I actually have a video of Roger Morgan, our founder and CEO himself, sharing this satisfaction that if you're not happy, he personally will give you your money back. So take advantage of that. But we have real solutions for real issues. Most pet parents don't even realize that these issues are issues or that they're causing issues to their pets, right? But we have aches and occasional discomfort. I have a lab that's starting to get into his senior years, and we're starting to see this more and more, right? But we have anxiety or stress. Do you guys' pets ever experience that? Digestive issues, cognitive issues in senior dogs. It is a real thing, friends. Hot spots, fleas. I just did a live on fleas and ticks yesterday about our flea and tick spray. We have itching, oral health, picky eaters. Picky eaters is like an epidemic in itself. If you ask 10 people about their pets, I am telling you 7 out of the 10 will tell you that they have picky pets, and we have a solution for that. We have solutions for seasonal allergies, stiff and sore joints. If your pets have tear and saliva stains on their fur, we have got you covered. We truly have something for all stages, but maybe you just have a puppy and a kitty. Maybe they don't have any issues. I didn't have pets when I came into this business, so my fur babies have all been raised on pawTree 150%. And these issues haven't had to become issues because I have been able to prevent them with the pawTree products. But not only that, but there's a lot of things that you should have in your medicine cabinet for your fur babies, and we can provide that as well. It's amazing. But we've simplified entrepreneurship. Being a pet pro is so easy. We literally talk, we share, and we ask. How many of you guys are already talking to pet parents, you know? How many times have you been on Facebook and seen somebody had an issue and you jump in because you experienced the same thing and you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I did. My dog had that issue and this is what I did to solve it, right? We're already having these conversations with pet parents we know and pet parents we meet. We're uncovering the issues, all the issues I just mentioned above. You're going to see these everywhere. It's going to, if Elizabeth Rosen is still on here, it's going to trigger our reticular activating system in our brain. And as you start to see these as issues, you're going to recognize them. And more of your friends and family and people you meet are you're going to see these issues everywhere. And then we share products, we share videos, we share samples. Somebody invited you to this live or tagged you in this live because they felt that you needed to hear the pawTree message and see if this business is a good fit for you. And then we ask, hey, are you ready to let pawTree change your pet's life? Hey, are you ready to join the business? It really is that simple. No inventory is required, no cap income. And guess what? You do not have to be an expert in pet nutrition because as a vet tech, I've learned more in the last 8 years about pet nutrition, A, from my team and the people that are coming through, and B, from pawTree themselves and the vet panel. We have an amazing pawTree University that Mandy will talk about, but I am telling you, no experience is necessary. So how many of you guys have residual bills? Everybody better raise their paws. Mandy's got hers up. Why not have a residual income? With pawTree, you can stop trading time for money and instead create an income that'll serve you long after the initial work is done. Because our products keep pets happy and healthy, 85% of our sales comes from recurring orders, meaning your customers will order again and again. I have had customers for 8 years. And that is really a true testimony to pawTree. So with pawTree, you get to also continue to earn up to 35% commissions well after that initial sale is done. This means that you get paid whether you're working, you're on vacation, or doing what you love most. Now you don't have to let making a living prevent you from making a life.
So I'm going to jump in now and talk about the power of residual income. Initially, I was like, what's residual income? What does that even mean? So if you don't already know, it is an income that continuously comes in. If you put the work in the beginning, it will continue to come out later, even after the work is over and done with. So for example, let's give us some examples of how that works with pawTree. So if you get just one $75 a month easy ship customer each week, And at the end of the year, you will have, well, of course, not the end of this year, but one full year, you will have $3,900 in monthly sales, which will qualify you for up to 35% commissions. That is $1,365 a month a year from now. Think about a year from now. $1,000, 365. What could you do with that right now if you had it right now? Well, a year might seem a little ways off, but if you don't get started, that won't be there in a year. But if you want to accelerate that and want to do a little more, and maybe you want $1,300 in 6 months, well, start by getting 5 $75 monthly Paw Club customers each week, or 10 or 20. I mean, that number just exponentially grows based on what you put into working and sharing the products with others. So here's some testimonials from people just like you. So we have Kathy. She's been with us for a long time. She worked for over 25 years as a professional to earn a good pension. We all want retirement when we're done, right? That's why we work so long. After working her pawTree business for only 3.5 years, her pawTree monthly commissions have now exceeded her monthly pension check. Could you imagine? You work for 25 years to get a pension, and then with pawTree 3.5 years, and it's exceeded that already. Like, what a short time to invest for a huge return. So it's wonderful. Of course, Kathy and Mike, they are all stars when it comes to this business, and they just love helping pets and helping people. So they have been able to be very, very successful. So the more people you help, the more successful you will be. So Joey says, before pawTree, I was overworked, underpaid, and longed for freedom. With pawTree, I found my people. I'm praised and rewarded for my efforts. And Joey has actually quit her job as well. And she is now a full-time dog mom and pawTree pet pro, which is super exciting for her. And then we have Holly says, I was blessed that my pawTree business could travel with me. It can be done anywhere. So Holly ended up being, I think it was up north somewhere. I can't remember if she's going to be upset if I say New York and it wasn't New York, but she was way up north, and she ended up moving down to Florida. And she was able to take it. She could take her business all over. And I can attest to that because I'm actually a military spouse. And since being with pawTree, we have lived in 4 different states. I have shared pawTree in 4 different states, and my business comes with me everywhere I go. And the great thing is I have all new people I get to share with every time we move. So it's really awesome to take it with you everywhere. So we have what's called our fast start, and it is our fast path to $2,000 right away, just running out of the gate when you first get started. So what you would want to focus on, and your sponsor will help you with this, is your senior pet pro. You can get a $50 bonus. If you reach director, it'll be a $100 bonus. And then when you reach senior director in your fast start, you get a $225 bonus for a total of $375. Like, you could make that happen in the first 30 days. Wouldn't that be nice? So you could have that here for Christmas, extra Christmas money. So along the way, find 3 people to join you and help share the products, and you'll help them earn their fast start bonuses. And you, as their sponsor, will get matching bonuses of the same amount. So if you bring 3 people on and teach them to do what you did, you will now have $1,500 in new bonuses. And then when you advance to vice president, you receive an additional $500 bonus for a total of $2,000. These are just the bonuses. This doesn't talk about the actual commissions you will earn for the sales on all of the products that you share. So these are just the extras. Think about the extras, the icing on top, okay? Then there's a whole lot more income involved there. So you're just one step away from a different life. Because you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself, we provide you with the right tools and a community of support to take action in direct pursuit of your goals. pawTree will support you with no inventory required. pawTree will actually ship items directly to consumers. They order right off your personal website, and you don't even have to touch money, deal with taxes for sales taxes, or deal with products. It's wonderful. You get your own personal replicated e-commerce site. You get online training, which is our pawTree University. It is really cool. It's a great program to help learn the skills that you need, and you can work at your own pace. You also get professional marketing tools to support your business, great images, fantastic videos to share with people, as well as words to say for those products that you want to share with. And then also one of the best things that a lot of folks love is a community of like-minded individuals for support and mentoring. And like I said earlier in the beginning of this, if it wasn't for Elka, I wouldn't still be here 6 years later because of this awesome community she's created. So it's so wonderful. So every success story starts with a first step. Take the first step to the life that you've envisioned. Enrollment options to get started as a pet pro to fit any budget here. Our product packs are our best value and allow you to experience firsthand the benefits of our high quality products at a fraction of the retail price. Once you've experienced the benefits, you'll be even more excited to share your story with everyone you meet. And I can attest, I got the big old kit when I signed up because I had to have all those products because my dogs had lots of issues and they needed it. And then I was able to have a testimonial like, oh my gosh, this product worked for this and this. You got to try it. It was wonderful. So we have our basic product. It's the simple enrollment kit. It is $29.99. It includes the shipping. It's a $55 value. It does not come with any products. So if I were to guide you into any our enrollment kits, I would have you focus on the next page. But this one, it's just our basic with just the paperwork, tell you how to get started. So this is our first kit that comes with products. It's our basic product pack. It's $199.99. That includes the shipping. The retail value is $355. So it is an incredible deal. It comes with all of these products you see here, 3 months free website service, our training, our fast start training materials, sample books, our paw books that also tell a little bit about the company and the products, a car decal, and then the products are treats, 3 of our different varieties of seasoning, and then our health and wellness supplements, allergy support, chillax for those anxious pets, our Gastro Pro Plus, our Wild Alaskan Salmon and Pollock Oil, and then for dogs, we have the Joint Support Plus, and for cats, a Joint Support Plus. So this is the ultimate product pack. So this is the big one. This is the one that I went for, although the items have since changed as we have brand new products that have come out in the last 6 years. Elka also got this kit. I mean, this is the best deal. I will tell you right now, not only is this the best deal and value for your money, but the pet pros who purchase these kits have the most success because they have everything they need. They start sharing right off the bat. They start using the products, getting their own testimonials to share with others. It's wonderful. So this one will come with all of the business supplies the other one did, except it also has additional sponsoring and marketing postcards. And then the products, 2 bags of treats, 3 seasonings, and our new beef bone broth that just came out earlier this year. And then our supplements are the Aches Away for those stiff and sore pups or kitties, Allergy Support Plus, Chillax, Gastro Pro Plus, Wild Alaskan Salmon and Pollock Oil, Bladder Support Plus, CBD Mega, that's also a new product that we're getting rave reviews about. It's a wrap, which is a pilling aid that I have rave reviews about for my kitty that has to have medication. It is amazing. I won't go into details, but you can check it out in the pages over there on this page a little bit later and watch the video for it. And the flea and tick spray. So this is continued from the Ultimate Kit. There's a ton of stuff in here, guys. So from our grooming line, which is also newly launched, 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, deodorizing mist, tear and saliva stain remover supplement chews, and the stain remover solution. So there's an internal and external solution for that. Our tween time cleansing wipes, our healing shea butter balm, our potty and training, the Oxy Shot, incredible product too. Urine eliminator, the best I've ever seen. And then for dogs supplements, we have our Joint Support Plus, our Brain Drops, Dental Sticks, and Skin Support Plus, as well as a poop dispenser with refill bags. And for the cats only, we have Joint Support Plus and Hairball Support Plus. And there's other products that weren't under dog or cat that can actually be utilized for either dog or cat.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff, friends.
So much stuff.
It makes me want to sign up all over again. It just really does. I am telling you that both Mandy and I are creating a life entirely different than what we had before. I would like to say that both of us probably were a little insecure about ourselves. I know that I was stressed about money and never having enough, right? I was really unsure about my financial future. And now both of us get to experience travel, some extra income. We're creating a life away from stress and worry, and we make a profit with a purpose. It is so rewarding to get paid to represent a company and product that adds values to pet families. It really does. don't miss out. Get back to the person who invited you to the live and get all of your questions answered. And remember, to get what you don't have, you have to be willing to do things that you've never done before. You're never, ever, 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 ever going to be alone in doing them. There is an entire team of qualified pet pros waiting to help you to become successful. So decide today to trade some part-time hours for a more full-time life. And you get to watch your life change in ways that up until today you only imagined that they could. Thank you guys so much for being patient, coming and listening to Mandy and I. And we hope that we get to welcome you to our Facebook team page, because I think so, but I know that the grass is greener on the pawTree side.
Amen.
Goodbye, guys.